Excuse me. Well, welcome to the realm of Millenia. Be a man, woman, a child, a spirit, a creature, a demahan. Be ye a native migrator, or maybe even an innovator into the realm. Welcome, for I am your host, the Millenia Mailman, here today. And I will, of course, be well done for you long after you've already begun to acclimate and fit in. So go ahead, sit back, relax, and please do enjoy this Storytime Saturday. Right? Now, for today's Storytime, what is that? Yeah. Now, for today's story time, I'm going to be talking about run-in with a couple of old school buddies I had, where none of them apparently knew that I was writing a book. So sad. It's been such a long time since we connected, a really long time apparently. And I pitched them the whole concept that I'm writing a story, and it's rather utopian, dystopian, about what it would be like to have a world of fantasy and a world of fantasy that has superpowers and is rather digital, sci-fi, everything incorporated-esque, really. And a couple of them basically said My Hero Academia, huh? I guess. And when it came to that topic, they wanted to, their real question, because of how I was describing it, was, well, are you really making a big open world concept, or are you going to go down the path of just like My Hero Academia, not really addressing any of the non-superhero powered people? Are you going to basically make the story all about the heroes and the superpowered individuals, or are you actually going to be including the not superpowered individuals of this universe and really expanding on that, right? Because that would be the real differentiator of whether or not they would consider my book to actually be open world, big concept, and all inclusive or not, right? Where their argument was your book isn't really all that inclusive if you don't actually expound on all the aspects and characterized nuances. If you're not expanding on all the nuances, you're not really that very big and inclusive and big-brained world as I was articulating my book to be. And for that, I really do appreciate the criticisms. But unfortunately for you, I did think about that, right? I have a surprising amount of unawakened individuals where there is the conversation to be had about the awakened versus unawakened. And shut up, you washing machine. I'm video. Where there is a conversation about what exactly is an unawakened versus unawakened, or right? But in layman's terms, it's basically those with powers versus those who haven't awakened any superpowers and all that jazz, right? You have your normies, and then you have your ultra awesome, I wish that were me, non-normies. Right? You have those, oh, I wish that could be me, versus, oh, dude, I'd kill myself if I was still you. It's oh, yeah. Oh, right? So I actually have both of those categories there, and I have a couple of organizations of mixed cultures of unawakened and awakened. I have organizations of pure awakened, and I have organizations of pure normies, rather, right? Those unawakened individuals. And I gave a numerous number of examples for the old peer group friends, buddies, those good old educational school pals of mine. And I honestly can't even say a lot of it here because that would be book spoilers. But what is one I can talk about? I can talk about the Gunslinger. I don't think I talked about Gunslinger with them His name isn't Gunslinger, but just for the layman understanding, it's a gunslinger, right? The character himself is a gunslinger, and his weapon of choice is a desert eagle, right? So he's an expert marksman, and he's an unawakened individual, right? He doesn't have any fantastical, mystical powers associated with the realm of Millenia. He's just a normal, average Joe with a special heart and connection to his guns. He himself has 0 superpowers, but the gun has the superpower of actually being effective. Because in the realm like this, in the realm of Millenia, where anything and everything is strong and naturally strong, pew pew pew, regular guns don't tend to work. You see that in a lot of film and a lot of other novels, anime, TV shows, and whatnot. Regular guns don't work on these dudes, right? So he himself is very much not special, and there's a certain level of specialness that is kind of necessary in order to give these unawakened people a fighting chance, if you will, right? So again, he himself is not awakened. He's got no superpowers, no special abilities. Is someone who just trained and is effectively such a good marksman that he's afforded himself such a big reputation, making his life all about being a gunslinger and how he's coming up through the ranks and whatnot, right? And about him and his posse, he doesn't hang around any of the awakened individuals either. He has a gaggle of 5 people that he sticks around, and those 5 people are also unawakened and have no necessarily special attribute around them, right? That evolves later on. But all those people in his close-knit group understand guns and how guns work. They can't build these special guns or anything, but they can maintain them. They can't shoot or be nearly as accurate as he is with firing a gun, but they can throw things pretty accurately. Kind of like the difference between, I don't know, throwing a dart versus firing a crossbow. There's a distinctive difference here. Just because you can accurately throw a dart doesn't mean that you would be any better than firing a crossbow than someone who has trained with a crossbow, right? It's a very distinctive distance. You might have a better understanding of like the aerodynamics and stuff, since it's like a closer I don't know the direct terminology right now, but whole point is that the actual gunslinger, the Desert Eagle wielding feller, is unawakened, and so is his party of 5, right? But yeah, I'll do a whole video on him, probably a Thursday video, Theatrical Thursday, where I kind of describe him out pretty well. But yeah, shut up. God, laundry day sucks for every one of my videos. Man. Anywho's in. Yes, my gunslinger dude, who's really good with guns, his favorite weapon of choice is the Desert Eagle pistol. Yeah, gross. Right? Desert Eagle, big gun, bigger bullets, high effectiveness because of magic that these unawakened people, these normies, can't actually tap into and use themselves. Right? And he and his posse of fellow unawakened who have no special powers and abilities, they all come together to make this reputation of what makes the gunslinger so awesome, right? Where I'll put the toned down version before the video about him. The toned down version is that there's one guy, he's got, I haven't decided on exactly how many guns he has, right? But it's probably going to be like 15, 16 guns. He has 16 guns all over his person in a different holster. 2 guns on his arms. 3 guns holstered on each of his legs. Guns for days around his waist. And guns on his sides, inside of his coat and everything as well. He's got guns on guns on guns for guns and guns and guns, okay? He's got plenty of backup Desert Eagles because that's the only thing he dares care to give a shish about learning and training to fire. He's got 16 Desert Eagles up and down his body constantly. Alright, and what's the weapon of choice for his 5 people that he keeps around him? None. What? How does that make sense? Oh yeah, because the guns don't have any magical properties or anything. So they don't have an infinite magazine that you'll see in a lot of fantasy tropes. His guns still need to be manually reloaded. And that's what all of these 5 people he tagged along with him do. Those 5 people are gun reloading specialists. So he'll bang, 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 drop the guns and tell his little plebeian followers to reload. Bang, 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 grab 2 new guns. Bang, 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 bang. Drop. Grab 2 new guns off his person. Bang, 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 bang. Drop them. Slick. Bang, 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 bang. Right? And that's how he goes about. That's how he and his team rolls. They're the pack mules carrying all the ammunition and then working together to constantly quick reload and put his guns back in the proper holster. This gun is naval number 1. This is gun number 7. Gun number 1 goes in this holster. Gun number 7 goes in that holster. Right? They are experts of that. Right? Even number guns, eject on the right-hand side. Odd number guns, eject on the left-hand side. Because the even number guns are right-handed and the odd number guns are left-handed. Bang, 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 bang. As he's dual wielding these customized Desert Eagle pistols. Right? That's just the way it works. Right? Eject on the left, eject on the right. And he's just wielding them willy-nilly because he has full faith and trust and practice experience working with his team of 5 and how reliable they are with taking care of this business, right? They run dungeons, they do all the things, and I'll do a more in-depth video for the Theatrical Thursday one, but yes, this is the first introduction you get to him, my little gunslinger character. But he's unawakened, so yes, I do have plenty of unawakened characters that I flesh out for the book. That is not one of them, which is why he's getting an introduction on this channel, because I don't like really spoiling my novel here, but I don't think that character is a spoiler, so I'll share it here because, yeah, he's not really in the novel too much. He doesn't get any page time, for real. He gets like a light mention and by probably just his name, so I'm not saying his name here. But other than that, yeah, no. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll describe him on a Theatrical Thursday, because Theatrical Thursdays are the days that I pretty much actually talk about characters and whatnot. So, yeah, I'll do more on that. But, yeah, to summarize my story time is mainly about me receiving criticism from old school pals of mine and how they correlated my book to at least how I describe my book, as somewhat close to My Hero Academia. And for a mild moment there, I got slightly offended because they tried to undermine the fact that I was calling it like big open concept world that is very inclusive, to being an anime that is not as inclusive as what I was describing it to be. Like, great anime, but at the same time, terrible fan base. And, no, that's not what I'm going for, right? But hey, that's just me, your Millenia Mailman. Hope you did enjoy my Storytime Saturday. Leave a like if you did. Put a comment down in the comment section down below next to your dislike if you didn't. By all means, questions, comments, concerns, put it down in the comment section down below. I'll address it probably on a Mailmen Monday, because I will look at every last one of these comments for my videos, because I do like the criticism. And what else? Share the video for more exposure, and by all means, subscribe if you feel like it, or don't if you don't. It's fine. Peace.